All right, welcome back. Last video I did was a retrospective of my AutoCon experience. It's been about 2 months um, since I went to it, and I realized I hadn't made a single video recounting my experience afterward. So, and then as I was going through my um, list of loose ends, uh, the AutoCon review wasn't anywhere on this list, so yesterday I was, what am I thinking? Like I should be uh, going over the AutoCon content. So that's what I did yesterday. I made a video just talking about um, my own experience as a out-of-pocket attendee in my current hometown, um, and then I mentioned briefly uh, for me, the main one of the main lectures was the ones on building a financial impact model, an impact model. So I think I might have briefly showed the AI slop that I made. I used the ChatGPT 5.2 Pro extended thinking to make a slideshow presentation, and then an impact model. So the goal was we're going to pick a particular business and a particular person at the business. We're going to build this slideshow. We're going to build this. We're going to send it to the person in advance, and then see if they want to go further. So we picked out uh, Remus Groby, the VP of Network Engineering and Automation at SES, which is a satellite network, so like a wireless network. So it's a large scale um, global network services. Um, Sounds like for satellite networks. So this was kind of an interesting pick. I'm honestly not sure this is the best pick because like I don't do satellite. Like I've never done satellite networking. Like, is there an Ansible module for like the Cisco and Juniper and Nokia do satellite networking gear? Satellite networking. I can't even spell satellite. Um, Satellite. Yeah, is there a Cisco dish? I mean I know Starlink. Starlink. I don't think Starlink buys a Nokia satellite. Um, yeah, so like Blue Cosmo, maybe this would be. Um, we would have so like I don't even so like you probably need a satellite communicator. So this looks like your vendor Zoleo, right? Like that's the thing is like I feel like some of this is going to be hard for me to fill in with something I know even less about than the main things I know about, which I barely know about at all. Anyways, so like we're gonna have to fill out a lot of things. Um, so like all of these inputs have to be filled out. So we have to know for for this company SES. Oh, he doesn't even work at SES anymore. This person doesn't even work at SES anymore. Okay, well, who's so we can go to people here on the LinkedIn tab, and this is just free LinkedIn too. I'm not even a. So this is the current. Okay, so we've got. So we'd have to connect with some people. Oh, cool. Good overlap with. This is the best teacher I ever had for network automation. I just bought his course and watched his videos, and man, are they good. Uh, but yeah, okay. So we could still keep targeting this company. Look at some jobs they have open. So they have 95 jobs open. I don't see anything like a network engineer job or anything like that. So that's what we're gonna do here. Essentially, we're gonna say, okay, post a network engineering job for automation specifically, and you will save this amount of money if you hire somebody to that role. Um, okay, yeah, so they don't have any automation jobs posted, even though they're hiring 95 people. So maybe they should hire an automation guy or gal. Um, then the impact model that we're setting up here will come to fruition. So um, so the other thing I want to mention, kind of a reason I'm making this video is I'm not the only person doing this here, and I'm just doing it with AI slop. I'm not doing a good job at it necessarily. So we got another Claudia here in the Slack made a tool as well. So I think I'll try it. So I'm gonna this video is gonna be more or less devoted to this tool. Um, yeah. So let's start by reading the disclaimer. The calculations, outputs, and recommendations presented by this application are for informal purposes only. Results are entirely dependent on the inputs provided by the user and any assumptions entered. It is the user's responsibility to validate all inputs, review the outputs for accuracy and suitability, and apply appropriate professional judgment before making decisions based on these results. By using this application, you acknowledge and guarantee that you are solely responsible for the data you enter and for any conclusions or decisions you draw from the results. Authors and contributors make no warranties, express or implied, regarding accuracy, completeness, or fitness for a particular purpose. Authors and contributors shall not be liable for any losses or damages from use of a reliance on the results. So this is the Solutions Wizard. This application helps you apply the network automation forums framework to your uh, automation projects. I guess I'm unfamiliar with this framework. I think there have been discussions about that, but I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure that that's been completely formalized. So I guess I'm going to look. I guess my first bit of criticism um, would be let's get the let, 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 let's turn this into a hyperlink because like this is a real thing, isn't it? So like where is that posted, and can we get that there as a hyperlink? But like I, it's not a real thing, right? Like I feel like that should be if it's not a real thing, then it should be something like this application helps you apply um, something that is a real thing to your automation projects. I mean, if this is a real thing, then just link to it. Um, yeah, I don't think that's. Let me see. Oh, this is probably here. So this is the working group. So there's a book being written on it right now by by Ryan Shaw, it looks like, or by somebody. Let's see who it's by. It's being vibe coded. Um, yeah, by Christian Adele. So is this what's being referred to? I mean, this book isn't even look like the book isn't finished yet. So like, you know, this is my main kind of complaint about this is like there's a lot of like competing companies, but like competing with what? Like I feel like there needs to be more like unity and cohesion around like what you actually do when you automate a network and like how do I automate a satellite network? Like so it'd be nice if that were a thing, but I guess that's my first piece of criticism is I don't know if that's an actual thing, and if it is, like where like I need to know myself where the link to it is. I think this is probably the best like option, but it's this is my best guess, but it's not oh, here it is. Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, just take this and plug that in there. Yeah, there we go. So this is the NAF framework. Yeah, so that's my first bit of criticism, and I'll write this because this will get buried in this video. Let's see here. So we go to so okay, yeah, in this thread. Okay, so my yeah. Okay, so yeah, so to save you the burden of digging through a multi-hour sloppy video, I will write my thoughts here as I make it. Um, so when you so then let's say uh, link to the yeah. So we're gonna say like this. Uh, turn that for link as far as I understand the most official source of truth location for the NAF is here. Just I'll just slap that in there. Just put that into a hyperlink. There we go. Okay. All right. So use the solution wizard to describe how you plan on designing your automation solution, and you'll be designing it using the network automation framework, which I've chased down to be living here. So this is the yeah this okay. I don't know if that is the place for it, but um, this the second candidate I would have to like where and what it actually is here this designing network automation at scale book, but the book isn't written yet, and then the book has a hyperlink to to the framework or to something, but that hyperlink is down. So I actually don't know. Like this is my major criticism of the field broadly. It's like what are we actually talking about? Like there's a lot of people competing with each other with you know you should choose one product or or the next, but one product or the next for what? Like I feel like the consensus of what it actually means for something to be automated is not like like if like one engineer would go to one environment and say, "Wow, there's a lot of great automation here." Another one would go in and say, "Oof, you guys are really behind on automation." And they'd say that about environment A, and then environment B, that first engineer would be like, "Oof, you guys are really behind on automation," and then the other one would be like, "Wow, you guys are really up to speed." Like, there's no consensus of like what it means for an environment to be properly automated, I feel like. So this is critical to have that framework be like really out there and like in everyone's mind at all times. And I think this is it right here. So, oh no, this is wait. Oh no, this is it right here. Yeah, okay. So, oh, that was reference. Oh yeah, this is it here. So a place to collaborate on reference architectures. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, I think I gave the wrong link. Edit message. Yeah, this is her. There we go. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Okay. Rich preview. Let's see that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Sorry, I gave the wrong link there. Okay, uh, so yeah, 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 yeah. So this in my mind is like one of the most important things to have on the top of everyone's mind. So so yeah, good job calling it out here, but I want to see a link. All right, so design your automation solution. The solution wizard guides you through each NAF component, as well as additional considerations. Considerations is spelled wrong. I am awesome at, like, if there's one thing I can do, it is see misspellings and stuff like instantly at a glance. That's my superpower. It's also my curse because I see a lot of misspellings other people don't see. But considerations is not spelled like that. Um, it's spelled like Google tells you to spell it. So initiative, define the problem, scope, expected use, and deployment strategy. Stakeholders, identify who is supporting the project. My role, specify your skills and development approach. And this is where, in my opinion, it kind of all breaks down. Because, like, okay, what skills do you actually have? You're good with Ansible. Okay, well, does Ansible have a module for the latest Starlink, you know, satellite? I no, it doesn't even have modules for like Polaris or like well, no, it does, but like this is like how skilled are you, right? Like, what are you actually gonna do to automate a network? And like how many like cookie cutter networks are out there where it's like not only is this perfectly suited for network automation, there are zero curveballs anywhere on this network, and it will literally take like a week of work to get this impact model live. Like my answer, I would say 0% of networks are like that. Um, I don't know. All right, so dependencies, list required infrastructure and systems, timeline, plan staffing, milestones, and delivery schedule. So these are the framework components, and the framework. So she must be drawing from a link somewhere to get these. It probably is this link. Um, yeah, I guess I'm not sure where these came from. I'd like to see that. So presentation, define user types, interaction modes, and presentation tools. Intent, specify development approaches and provided formats, and sound check because the sound never records. It is recording. Good. Observability, plan monitoring, go slash no-go criteria and tools, orchestration, design, workflow automation, collector, plan data collection methods and tools, executor, define execution methods. The wizard generates a complete solution design document, JSON plus Markdown plus timeline that you can share with team members who will design or build the automation, stakeholders who need to um, understand what the automation will do, management who need a concise overview of scope, impact, and effort. And the other kind of criticism that I would put forward, um, C-suite members need to be on there. So I guess this is close to that, like the CFO, the COO, whoever. Um, yeah, that's a stakeholder, but they need to understand more than just what automation will do. They need to understand. Uh, I mean, the word "do" could be potentially used to, pack under it the financials, the numbers, but they need to understand, not just the what, not just the how, but the why. Like, why would you do automation? Well, because it'll prevent outages, because it'll make your network um, more secure by being able to like detect a drift. If somebody got their way into your network, you can see what they were doing. You can see how the network changed because there was an unauthorized person on it. Um, and then it makes your network more flexible and agile. If you want to bring up a site or put a site down, you can do that with the tech on site for minutes rather than hours. All right, so start designing your solution. Open Solution Wizard. Okay, do that. Oops. So yeah, if this could open in another tab, that just makes it easier to do. I don't know how you do that. So saving and loading your work. The Solutions Wizard page is where you'll design your automation solution. You can save your work as a JSON file and load it later to continue editing. The JSON file contains all your wizard inputs and can be shared with others. Use the load session button in the Solution Wizard sidebar to restore a saved design. So we'll go to Solution Wizard. So here's where you can save it. So you just upload your JSON file. Okay, and then that fills in all this. So I'm gonna fill this out for SES satellites out of Luxembourg. Um, and then I'll fill that out, and we'll see how that differs from my vibe coded slop that I made here. Where is it? Oh, here, yeah. I'm gonna close all these. Yeah, I'll close all these tabs. Yeah, these are bad. I'm gonna pause and close all these tabs. All right, I'm back. So let's get started on. Uh, oh, don't need this tab either. Do need these two tabs. Oh, look, this is. Oh, yeah. So let me, or maybe we'll say, or maybe it's here, or maybe it's here, or maybe it's here. Yeah, I mean, I think they're the same. One is, they're just in different places. All right, so yeah, let's do it for SES satellites, which is a wireless network. It's a oh man. Okay, so this is good. She actually takes the oh, it is okay. So she does have a link here. Okay, so yeah, this is it. Um, okay, so she does pull from this. Okay. All right. So the solution wizard will help you define the why, who, how, and what of your automation project. It will help you think through your automation project using the network automation forums. Aha, perfect. This is what I wanted to see on the other main page. Purpose, guide structured thinking across the NAF components. So you identify stakeholders, scope, data flows, and build slash buy slash support decisions. Second set of eyes, use it as a checklist to ensure you've considered all key components. This framework helps make sure nothing critical is missed. Authoring aid, your selections here can help generate a high-level concept document quickly to share with coworkers, management, and stakeholders. Remember, to complete the business case calculator or develop any business case effectively, you should have a clear understanding of what the automation will do. What problem is it solving? Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's the hard part. Like, okay, on a satellite network, what can you automate on it? And then the thing is, like, let me go into a little bit of a rant here. So if we Google for CCNA, and then go to the official, um, yeah, page for certifications. So if we click back on certifications, we can see we should see a chart of each of the certifications. Oh, well, it's not a chart, but this is what we got. So now we've got uh, uh, certifications. Uh, I wish I could see. I wish. Oh, let's click learn about exams here. I'm looking for a table that they used to have, but I think it was taken down. Oh, explore all exams. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So, okay, are you an expert in uh, like look at all these exams. There's 100 exams. Like maybe you can explain how automation would be critical in a data center environment, but then it's like there's so many ins and outs. I feel like that's the really hard part of it is like how do you say like I can automate your network? And they're like, oh great, we're using a strawberry uh, boobop network. What is a strawberry boobop network? Uh, you don't know? You're the network expert. Like that. You know that's been the problem of networking since that's the problem of computers since the beginning of time. I mean, we still have Apple um, and Microsoft. Like you know the standardization. Like why would everyone just use, especially when people are like competing on the free market, like why would I just use the same stuff as but like how can I even use the same stuff as my competitors? They protect their intellectual property. So I think this is, oh, here we go, career certification map. This is what I was looking for. So yeah, like how are you going to um, how are you going to have a clear understanding of what the automation will do in the context of collaboration, enterprise security, data center, service provider, wireless. Like it's like the networks are all, and then you know one enterprise network to the next. This is just Cisco, right? There's also Arista, Extreme, Nokia. Uh, all right, I'm back. Sorry, my headset gave out there, but hopefully things are good. I have a feeling they are not. But anyways, what I was saying is, um, I think that's going to be the hardest part of any of these impact models is like, what impact can you actually have, and how can you know what impact you'll have if you have the CCNA enterprise? like you don't have the CCNA security, you don't have the CCNA wireless, you don't have the CCNA service provider, you don't have the CCNA data center, you don't have the CCNA collaboration. So what are you going to do? Just only work in that really small niche? Like, okay, maybe there's you can find the exact right perfect cookie cutter network, but I doubt it. Like every network is gonna like the networks that I've worked on that have used Cisco in my career are even, you know, I've done a lot of ISP stuff, and that's all Juniper and Nokia territory right there. So like a satellite network, an industrial network, um, a data center network, with like Sonic stuff like that, like you know. But we'll see. We'll keep going on this. So let's see here. Right. So the purpose is to guide structured thinking across NAF components as you identify stakeholders, scope data flows, and build/buy/support decisions. Second set of eyes. Use it as a checklist to ensure you've considered all key components. The framework helps make sure nothing critical is missed. Authoring aid. Your selections here can help generate a high-level concept document quickly to share with coworkers, management, and stakeholders. Remember, to complete a business case calculator or develop any business case effectively, you should have a clear understanding of what the automation will do, what problem it is solving, which, in my opinion, therein lies the problem, who it will serve, and how it will be built or bought and supported going forward. Tip, if you can't answer some of these questions from a technical perspective, just note that the function is needed and use the custom option to describe what you can. Okay, so that's cool. One thing you could do here, which would be really cool, is integrate a chatbot LLM. Because one of the things I love doing is saying let me give an example. Hey, I'm preparing for a job interview. Can you help me prepare?
Absolutely. Let's get you ready for that interview. We can go over common interview questions, maybe do a bit of a mock interview if that helps, or even talk through the company and the role if you have details. Just let me know what kind of prep you're looking for and we'll dive in.
Okay, I want you to take an initiative and lead this conversation. So start, please. Start with step one.
Absolutely. Let's jump right in. So step one, let's get a quick overview of the role you're interviewing for and the company, if you have that info handy. That'll help us tailor everything to what you actually need to focus on. Once we have that context, we can dive into some likely questions you'll face and how to tackle them. So go ahead and share a little bit about the position and we'll get rolling.
All right, so the company is a terrible fit for me. It's a really bad role. I'm not qualified for the role. I don't like the company. I just help me out here. What do I do?
Got it. That's a pretty clear starting point. So if you already feel it's a terrible fit and you're not into the company or the role, the first step is actually to think about your goal for the interview. Are you just going through with it to practice?
I'm sorry, I hate ChatGPT. It's gotten so bad. I wish I could just pull up Claude Son. I'm sorry, I don't have Claude Opus. Basically, what I was trying to get it to do was instead of just saying, empty things, to get me thinking about this. Like, if you can't answer these questions from a technical perspective, just note that the function is needed and use the custom option. To describe what you can. I was hoping it would kind of pull out of me some real things, but it's just very empty and vapid. I hate ChatGPT. I'm a pro subscriber, but Claude Opus 4.5 is the one I've been using day to day. I use ChatGPT for pro intelligence grade research, um, and then for like generating images. Agent mode is kind of the big one. Um, but sorry, I thought this would be a good demonstration of how a chatbot could help with this, but maybe Claude would probably be better for this. So it would help you describe, pull out of you, ask you some good questions, A chatbot would be awesome for this, just not ChatGPT. ChatGPT is, I think the company might be going out of business for how bad their recent offerings have been. Um, all right, so automation project problem statement and description. Why is this automation needed? Okay, so let's fill this out. So I am the author. Automation title, automation initiative title. Uh, Man, see already this is uh so okay, so automation initiative title. Let's do it. So SES satellites. We'll just call it SES satellite automations. Actually, satellites automation. Call it that. Okay. So a brief description of. Oh, see, I'm the king at typos. I'm so good at typos. My is listed twice here, so it should say here is a short description of my new network automation project, not my. Um, so let's think of that. So short description. Um, so we will save SES costs and outages. Uh, this is hard. This is really hard. And this is where, like, if you could put an LLM into this, what is this? Is okay, Streamlit. Yeah. No, I think even Claude Haiku don't go anywhere near ChatGPT for this. Uh, Claude would be really good for this. I think even Claude Haiku, um, or even Quinn. I mean, ChatGPT 4.0 would be pretty good for this, but it would just encourage you to. It wouldn't like question you and like get you on the right track, but it would help you think. 5.2 is just not a serious AI model in my opinion. Maybe for research, it's just not a serious AI model. So use Claude um, integrated into this. Um, that's not hard to do, um, in my opinion. But yeah, so I'll try using ChatGPT for this, but really Claude is the only one that can actually help. Okay, so we're gonna say okay, we're gonna say help me write the mission statement, and I'll give it the hopefully I'm not poisoning things when I do this, but I'll give it the stuff that I make. So, okay, help me write this short description slash scope for this network, so this automation project problem statement and description. So why is automation needed for SES satellites? And ChatGPT is going to do a very, very bad job at this. But I mean, you could imagine doing this with Claude. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's already way too long. Uh, Shorten it to 3 to 4 sentences. Form only version. Form only version. Okay. Oh, this is so bad. Uh, no, it's got to be shorter than that. No, it has to be much shorter. No, it has to be much shorter than that, about half the length. It's just not going to get it right. Okay, that's better. Okay, so SES operates a globally distributed satellite and ground network. I mean, I don't know that it does. Like, this is AI slop, where manual change processes increase operational risk and slow service delivery. I mean, I know nothing about SES satellites automation, so you know, you have to get the real data. This automation initiative standardizes and okay, increase operational. Okay, I guess we'll go with this. This automation initiative standardizes and automates network changes to reduce human error, improve reliability, and increase operational efficiency, which to me seems like squeezing water out of a rock. Like, but okay. So category, yeah, configuration management. Perfect. Okay. This is good. This is good. Yeah. Problem statement. All right, write a problem statement. Good, good, good. Now write me a problem statement, please. I mean, that's kind of what this is, right? But the thing is now we're just making stuff up, right? Like this is the very definition of AI psychosis, right? Um, oh, and why is this not? Okay, there we go. So SES's satellite and ground network operations rely on manual high-touch processes. I know nothing about this company at all. Maybe it doesn't. I'm guessing it doesn't. For configuration changes and service workflows. I mean, I know nothing about satellite networks. I got my CCNA, CCNP and enterprise, and then I worked ISP, and I worked on, AI capable supercomputers for a while. Like, I don't know anything about a wireless satellite network. Um, so high touch processes for configuration changes and service workflows. Do they? I don't know that that's true. These processes increase the risk of human error. Um, kind of. I mean, if you have good engineers, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. And then you can do like I don't know, extend change lead times and consume scarce engineering resources, limiting the organization's ability to scale reliably and deliver services at the required speed. I guess. Expected use slash triggers, markdown supported. So this automation will be used whenever this task needs to be executed. It looks like this is just a placeholder text. Um, so I guess this test. Oh look. Okay, so I like these here. What the other criticism that I have, which would be really cool, is let's get these filled out um, more completely um, with links to the framework, right? Because doesn't that come from the framework? So expected use slash triggers markdown supported. So it should be expected use slash triggers. Is there a trigger in the framework? Like where is that? Like what is? I'm confused. But like if this is all coming from the framework, like it'd be great to have it more one-on-one mapped to the resources where like this came from. Like so like why are we like what is a trigger even? All right, let's go to the AI. Okay, now fill in the expected uses slash triggers section. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this. Okay, so here we go. So routine configuration changes and standard service updates across satellite, ground, and IP network infrastructure. service provisioning and modification events requiring repeatable, validated workflows, planned maintenance activities, and network upgrades within approved change windows, incident remediation actions where fast, consistent rollback or reconfiguration is required, compliance audit or revalidation events requiring configuration consistency and change evidence. All right, so the next one is error conditions, markdown supported. So, uh, okay, I'll give it a screenshot so that it's on track. All right, now give me for error conditions. Give me error conditions. Okay, perfect. All right, so the error conditions would be pre-change validation features, for example, configuration drift, policy violations, or missing prerequisites, device or service unreachable during execution, loss of connectivity, timeout, or authentication failure, partial or inconsistent configuration application across targeted network elements, post-change verification failures indicating degraded service or non-compliant state, rollback execution failures or inability to restore to previous known good configuration. And this is something I thought about a lot in a context of a satellite network. So like I've thought about like, okay, we have planet Earth here, and then we have our satellites here. So like you can't, if one satellite misses another, you're not rolling a tech out to outer space. So like what's a system you can have to guarantee never losing outage, never losing access to these? And one idea I had, I'm not sure if this is how they actually do it, is you have all of these constantly all the time pinging back to one another. Um, and then and then if you push a change and pings are lost, then the changes automatically roll back. So like if I yeah, so that's an idea. I just don't know how you would see. That's the other thing with automation is like some of this stuff. It's like, okay, maybe you could do an EEM template or something on a Cisco, but like how do you renovate from the ground up if you're not like a developer for the manufacturer able to write like a native thing in the device firmware? Like if there's no feature on the device to do like phone to homes and revert the config if it's lost, then how do you do that? All right, so the error conditions are going to be pre-change validation features, for example, configuration drift, policy violations or missing prerequisites, device or service unreachable during execution, loss of connectivity, uh, timeout or authentication failures. So let me plug in my phone here so the battery gets to charge. Uh, Oops, I should probably pause it for that. And I can't open my battery. Oh, there we go, one side. Okay, perfect. All right. Partial or inconsistent configuration application across targeted network elements. Post-change verification failures indicating degraded service or non-compliant state. Rollback execution failures or inability to restore the previous known good configuration. All right, assumptions. Uh, I mean, the biggest assumption in my mind is we can do all this. I mean, that's a big assumption. Like, okay, let's use Ansible on the sweet potato network. What's the sweet potato network? It's the network for the particular kind of satellite that uses the new codec that they developed to work in a solar flare. It's like it's a new and proprietary novel technology. So we're going to use an Ansible module for that? Like, no, it's not written yet. You have to write it yourself. So maybe you can sit down and write, you know, code for sweet potato in Python, but how do you put that in your model? It's like we're gonna do quadruplicable. Okay, what is quadruplicable? I don't know. Nobody knows. In fact, I just made it up right now. So, are we gonna do it in 2 weeks? Like, it's like it's so. It, I feel like most of the networking world doesn't lend itself well to cookie cutter templating. Okay, so let's fill out the assumptions. All right, fill out the assumptions. All right, here is a form-ready assumptions section, concise, defensible, and appropriate for an enterprise automation proposal. We're not doing an enter I don't. We're not doing enterprise though, right? We're doing this for SES. They're satellites. So are you saying we're just going to take like what kind of business are they even? Like a lot of businesses are fully distributed remote offices, right? So you're saying we're just going to take their you know, like they're in Luxembourg, right? Let's say they have an office in Luxembourg. You're saying we're just gonna automate them like turning up a storage server in their writing closet and like a switch or something for all their employees to plug in. Well, okay, that'd be great if they were a fully on-premise, on-site company. But if, we should be able to do valuable things for companies that are fully distributed. Like we should be able to work directly on the product that the company is delivering and not some side aspect of it. Like, like what are we even trying to do here if we're not working on a satellite network? Yeah, let's explicitly target the product they sell. Like, okay, so there we go. We got different assumptions. And again, Claude is so much better for something like this. Oh no. Okay, so this is good to know. It crashed on me. Yeah, and it undid all the work I have so far. So I think I'm gonna end the video with that, because I have to go back. Well, it wouldn't be too hard to go and fill it out, but I'd say like I don't know if there's a way to get that going. I guess I could have saved it along, but then I'd have to download and upload. So, I've been doing this video for nearly an hour now. That's typically how long I am to be able to do videos. I guess I could go in and fill all this out again. I still have it in the thread, but uh, that's I guess my final piece of criticism is just make sure that it doesn't crash and wipe out all the values because like if you're spending hours, modeling out something and it does that, then that's going to be like I'm sure there's ways you can like I don't know what Streamlit is, but like I feel like there's so like if you go to my site here, I have a like a resume tool. So like this I don't think this would just crash and wipe out all the values after a few hours or whatever. Like if you I guess if you refresh, if the page refreshes itself somehow, that would definitely happen. So I'm not sure how you would do that. Um, I guess maybe what you could do is say at the top, like, we recommend what you do is, just make it so that like you it's recommended that you download a file, work in a file, and then you say like, please work out of a file, and then put this in. Because yeah, I'm like, yeah, I just, oh, is this Gradio? This looks like Gradio. Uh, I don't know. It was Streamlit, not Gradio. It's Streamlit. Okay. But yeah, it's you know, if it's gonna do that, like, I'd rather just work out of a spreadsheet like this that I got up here. Um, but so I mean, so far so good. Like I will say, I see the power in this. Um, uh, I would just uh, I think when you really got something good on your hands, to do this, be able to talk back and forth and collaborate with an AI, especially a good one, um, then you really got something. And then yeah, just try to get it so it doesn't wipe out the values. When you're halfway through working through the thing, when it takes you like hours to get through it. I don't know how you can do that, um, but that is kind of a barrier for me, continuing past the hour, which is typically all I can do anyways. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cool app. Appreciate that other people are working on this. This is something I want to really focus on, um, until I find a new job. So yeah.